Imagine this, it's 3 a.m. and you're staring at the ceiling, tossing and turning, unable to fall asleep. Your alarm clock screams at 6 a.m. and you drag yourself out of bed like a zombie. Now, picture the opposite. You wake up at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., or even noon after sleeping in, and still you feel heavy, groggy, and strangely exhausted. Two very different scenarios, yet both leave you drained, unproductive, and even a little unhealthy. Which one is worse, too little sleep or too much sleep? Welcome to Ageless Vitality, where we dive deep into the secrets of living longer, healthier, and sharper lives. Today, we're uncovering the hidden dangers of both sleep extremes, and by the end, you'll know exactly how much sleep your body really needs to thrive. Section 1. Why sleep is the silent pillar of health. When we think of health, we picture diet and exercise. But the third pillar, sleep, is often the most neglected. Sleep is not just rest, it's a biological necessity as critical as food and water. While you sleep, your brain detoxifies, your cells repair, your hormones balance, and your memories are consolidated. In fact, studies show that during deep sleep, your brain literally washes itself, flushing out toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease. Without enough sleep, you're running your body like a phone stuck at 20% battery, always on low power mode, never fully charged. But what happens when you push too far in either direction? That's where the danger begins. Section 2. The dark side of too little sleep. Let's start with the obvious villain: sleep deprivation. Burning the midnight oil, binge-watching shows, scrolling endlessly, or working late might feel harmless in the moment, but chronic lack of sleep is devastating. Cognitive damage. Sleep less than 6 hours consistently, and your brain begins to malfunction. You'll struggle with focus, memory, decision-making, and emotional control. It's like having a fog settle over your mind. Physical health risks. Chronic short sleep raises the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, diabetes, and obesity. Why? Because sleep regulates hormones like insulin and cortisol. Without it, your blood sugar spikes, your appetite hormones go haywire, and your heart is put under constant stress. Immune suppression. Just one night of poor sleep can reduce your immune system's effectiveness by up to 70%. That means more colds, slower recovery, and vulnerability to infections. Emotional chaos. Ever noticed how you snap at people after a bad night's sleep? That's your amygdala, the emotional center of your brain, going into overdrive, while your rational brain takes a backseat. And here's the terrifying part. The World Health Organization has labeled sleep deprivation as a global epidemic. People who regularly sleep less than 5 hours have a 65% higher chance of dying younger than those who sleep 7 to 8 hours. Clearly, too little sleep is a silent killer. Section 3. The hidden dangers of too much sleep. Now, let's flip the coin. You might think oversleeping is harmless, maybe even a luxury. After all, isn't more rest supposed to be good for you? Unfortunately, the truth is darker. Studies reveal that consistently sleeping over 9 to 10 hours a night is linked with higher risk of heart problems. Just like too little sleep, too much sleep stresses the cardiovascular system. Increased mortality. People who oversleep regularly have a 30% higher risk of early death compared to those who sleep the recommended amount. Cognitive decline. Long sleep duration has been linked to slower brain function and higher risks of dementia. Mood issues. Oversleepers often report more depression, anxiety, and lack of motivation. Chronic fatigue. Paradoxically, sleeping too much actually makes you feel more tired. It disrupts your circadian rhythm, leaving your body confused about when it should be alert and when it should rest. Oversleeping is often a symptom of underlying issues like sleep apnea, chronic stress, or hidden illnesses. It's less about being lazy and more about your body signaling that something is wrong. Section 4. The science of the sleep sweet spot. So, which is worse? Too little sleep or too much sleep? Here's the answer: both are dangerous. Think of sleep like a medicine. Take too little, and it doesn't work. Take too much, and it becomes toxic. The key is the right dose. For most adults, that magic number is 7 to 9 hours per night, less than 6 hours regularly. You're shaving years off your life. More than 9 or 10 hours regularly, you're signaling deeper health problems. Researchers call this the U-shaped curve of sleep. Both extremes shorten lifespan, while the middle range keeps you healthy and energized. Section 5. The real question: quality versus quantity. But here's a twist. It's not just about how long you sleep, but how well you sleep. You could be in bed for 9 hours, but if you're waking up constantly, scrolling your phone, or dealing with sleep apnea, the quality is poor. That's not restorative sleep. True rest means cycling naturally through deep sleep, REM sleep, and light sleep. Without that balance, even long nights won't leave you refreshed. This is why doctors emphasize sleep hygiene, your habits, and environment that either make or break your rest. Section 6. Practical secrets to healthy sleep. So, how do we protect ourselves from both too little and too much sleep? Here are science-backed strategies. 1. Set a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time even on weekends. This stabilizes your body clock. 2. Create a wind-down routine. Dim the lights, avoid screens, and read or meditate before bed. 3. Keep the room cool and dark. Your body sleeps best at slightly cooler temperatures in darkness. 4. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Both disrupt deep sleep cycles, even if you fall asleep quickly. 5. Exercise daily. Regular movement improves sleep quality, but avoid heavy workouts right before bed. 6. Listen to your body. If you're constantly oversleeping, it may be a sign of depression, thyroid problems, or other health issues. Don't ignore it, get checked. Section 7. A story that brings it all together. Let me share a quick story. There was a man in his late 50s who prided himself on working hard and sleeping little. "I'll sleep when I'm dead," he used to joke. But years of 5-hour nights caught up with him. Heart attack at 59. On the other side, a woman in her early 60s started sleeping 10 to 12 hours daily. She thought her body just needed more rest. But soon, her memory slipped, her energy faded, and she was diagnosed with early dementia. Two very different lifestyles, but the same result: ignoring the balance of sleep shortened their vitality. So, what's worse, too little sleep or too much sleep? The truth is, both rob you of health, happiness, and precious years of life. The real secret lies in balance, aiming for that 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep every single night. Your body is not a machine you can push endlessly. It's a masterpiece that thrives on rhythm, restoration, and respect. If you've ever thought of sleep as wasted time, think again. Sleep is not the enemy of productivity, it is the foundation of it. Sleep is not weakness, it is strength. And the right sleep could be the very key to your ageless vitality. If this message spoke to you, don't just leave with knowledge, leave with action. Tonight, protect your rest like your life depends on it, because it does. And if you believe in living with energy, purpose, and longevity, make sure you subscribe to Ageless Vitality, where we unlock the science and wisdom for a healthier, longer, and more vibrant life. Your future self will thank you. Sweet dreams.